Let's be honest, mortgages, they can feel like a never-ending story, right? Like you're just making payments into a black hole. I know I felt that way. I used to dread that monthly mortgage bill. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if you could actually pay off your mortgage years ahead of schedule? Well, I did it, and I'm here to share exactly how. Get ready, because this is how I paid off my mortgage in just 7 years. Welcome to Money Theory, where finance meets real-life stories. We simplify money management, investing, and wealth-building concepts through engaging stories, experiences, and practical lessons you can apply in your life. From budgeting tips to investment strategies, each video teaches you how to handle money wisely while keeping you entertained and inspired. In today's video, I'm pulling back the curtain and revealing my exact strategy for crushing that mortgage. We'll go through the good, the bad, and the slightly embarrassing moments. It's a journey of hard work, smart choices, and a few sacrifices. But trust me, the freedom at the end is so worth it. So let's rewind back to 27 years from now. Freshly married, keys to our very first house in hand. We were ecstatic. We'd achieved the American dream. Little did we know that dream came with a 30-year commitment and a lot of interest. Now, I'm not going to lie, for the first couple of years, we just went through the motions, paid the mortgage, watched Netflix, and occasionally ordered pizza. We were normal. But then something shifted. My grandfather, who I was very close to, had a sudden decline in health. We spent a lot of time at his bedside, and that really got me thinking of what truly matters and what my long-term goals are. And this really got me thinking, what did I really want in life? I realized that having that mortgage looming over us for 3 decades felt like a huge weight. It limited our options, our freedom, and honestly, our happiness. It was like having a financial anchor tied to our ankles. And that's when I started to research ways to pay this thing off faster than I ever thought imaginable. Okay, so the first step, and probably the least exciting, was budgeting. I know, eyes glazing over already, but trust me, this is the foundation. We needed to know exactly where our money was going. We used a budgeting app. I'll link my favorite one in the description, but you can use a spreadsheet, a notebook, whatever works for you. The goal was to identify areas where we were leaking money. Small things add up. Daily coffees, that's potentially hundreds of dollars a year. Eating out too often, another big expense. We cut back on those unnecessary expenses and we saved. Those savings went directly to paying off the mortgage. For example, we used to eat out 3 to 4 times a week. By cutting that down to once a week, we saved roughly $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year going straight to the mortgage. It's crazy how those small things add up. Budgeting was great, but it only gets you so far. To really accelerate our mortgage payoff, we needed to increase our income. Enter the side hustle. I started freelancing as a graphic designer. My wife started selling some handmade crafts online. The key here is to find something you enjoy or at least tolerate, and that fits into your schedule. Don't overextend yourself. But even a few extra $100 a month can make a huge difference. My freelancing work brought in an extra $500, $800 a month. That was essentially another mortgage payment right there. And because it was extra money, it felt less painful to put towards the mortgage. This is where things get a little more technical, but stick with me. We started making extra principal payments every month. Even a small amount like $50 or $100 can significantly reduce the overall interest you pay and shorten the life of your loan. We also considered refinancing when interest rates dropped. This can be a tricky decision, so do your research and talk to a financial advisor, but in our case, it saved us thousands of dollars. We also made sure to select the bi-weekly mortgage payments, which would knock off 4 years of payments in the long run. Think of it like this. Your mortgage is basically a giant pile of money you owe. The more you pay towards that pile, the faster it shrinks. Simple math. Paying off a mortgage early is not easy. There were times when we wanted to give up. times when we felt like we were sacrificing too much. That's why mindset is so crucial. We stayed focused on our why, the freedom, the peace of mind, the ability to pursue our passions without the burden of debt. We celebrated small victories along the way, and we kept reminding ourselves of the bigger picture. I remember one time we were tempted to take a vacation instead of putting the money towards the mortgage. It was tough, but we stuck to our plan, and honestly, the feeling of knowing we were one step closer to being mortgage-free was more rewarding than any vacation. After 7 years of hard work, dedication, and a few sacrifices, we finally made our last mortgage payment. It was one of the most incredible feelings of our lives. It was like a weight had been lifted, and we suddenly had so much more freedom and flexibility. It wasn't easy. There were definitely struggles along the way, but if we can do it, you can do it too. It just takes a plan, some discipline, and a relentless focus on your goal. Okay, so let's recap the key strategies you can use to pay off your mortgage faster. Create a detailed budget. Track your income and expenses to identify areas where you can save. Boost your income with a side hustle. Even a few extra $100 a month can make a big difference. Make extra principal payments. Even small amounts add up over time. Consider refinancing. If interest rates drop, refinancing can save you thousands. Stay focused on your why. Keep your goals top of mind to stay motivated. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge your progress along the way. So there you have it, my exact strategy for paying off my mortgage in just 7 years. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's a proven method that anyone can implement with dedication and a little bit of planning. Remember, financial freedom is within your reach. Don't let that mortgage hold you back from achieving your dreams. Start today, take small steps, and stay focused on your goals. You've got this. Now I want to hear from you. What's your biggest financial goal? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Money Theory for more real-life finance stories, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.